Hi guys, it's Chris here from Decimal Studios. I thought I would make a quick video on how to create the perfect drum triggers for use for drum sampling and drum replacement. We're going to be using Pro Tools and Massey DRT. Okay, so step one is to get the channels that you want to trigger. You want to create separate channels, separate trigger channels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the snare and I'm going to copy onto my trigger channel. Then I'm going to get Massey DRT up. I'm going to click Analyze to bring that data into Massey DRT. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Learn tab on Massey DRT. And we're going to select a transient, select a hit, and let Massey DRT learn that. Okay, so once it's learned that, what we want to do is we want to select a largish area and then use this similarity slider so that we get most of the hits. So Massey says that you should aim for the gaps, and we're in a gap here, so I'm going to aim for that, and I'm just going to check. What I'm going to do is go back to the timeline tab, and then what you can do is you can play through the whole track whilst looking at the timeline view in Massey DRT, or if you've done it 1,000 times, you can just have a quick scan like I normally do, and I can see that that's got all the snares that I'm looking for. It's got all the snares. There's one snare. Cool, so there's one snare there. So what you can do is you can add a trigger in if it's missed any. And that's it. Now that's good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to hit render on Massey DRT. Okay, so that's created a trigger for us. So let's have a quick listen. Okay, so audio trigger. I mean, Massey DRT is 99% accurate, but sometimes there are missed triggers or the trigger is off. So what we're going to do is we're going to tab through. We're going to tab through the trigger channel that we've just created, and we're going to keep this window open. And what we're going to do is, you can see there already, so we've tab, 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 and we've got to this fourth trigger, and it's put it in the wrong place. So we're just going to manually edit it there. So what you can do is you can drag the slider, click and drag this marker, or you can add in a new one, and if it's close enough it will delete the previous one. So what I'm going to do is just do that, and then you can delete some as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab through this entire snare track just to double check that it's triggered them correctly. And this is really the big secret. You can see here this trigger is completely out. So this is going to give us sample accurate drum triggers. And what you can do is, if you tab past one in Pro Tools, you can use the modifier, Alt modifier, and you can tab backwards. So instead of tab, that's Alt tab, and you'll be tabbing backwards through your triggers, through your transients. Okay, and the final thing, once you've done that, because that's changed all the data within Massey DRT, we now want to re-render this channel. So we hit render here. And then you have a sample accurate audio trigger created in Massey DRT. And it sounds like this, which you can use in Trigger, or if you want to use virtual instruments like BFD, or anything like that, or Kontakt instrument, you can take this MIDI drag and drop in Massey DRT, click and drag, and it will create a new channel, and there you have all the MIDI. Easy as that.